What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. I hope everybody's having a great 4th of July weekend. All my people in Houston and Texas, on the coast and everything else. Man, Tony, Q, everybody. That's basically everybody. The hurricane looks like it's going to hit the Yucatan Peninsula, and then it looks like it's setting its speed on Texas. I'm hoping that, by the time it hits the Yucatan Peninsula, that it's weakened, and when it hits the Texas coast, that it's real weak and just brings you some rain. And I'm hoping that it'll kind of bend its way up here, because it's dry as a mother humper up here right now. It's so damn dry that the Shenandoah, the Park Service, is basically not allowing you to fish because the water and the rivers are so low that it's stressing out the fish and so on. So we need the rain bad. We don't need the bad weather and destroyed homes. So keeping my thoughts and prayers for everybody that's in the way of the hurricane. So I'm driving back to the Red Brick House, and I love driving because it gives me a chance to clear my mind and to think about a lot of things. And one of the things I was thinking about is about what Cam Newton said. And maybe this is the solution for the Cowboys' problems, okay? The problem for the Cowboys is they've got Dak, CD, and Micah that need to get paid. Now, Cam Newton was going on and saying, you know what, Dak Prescott, he deserves to be paid, because of, when you look at the guys that are paid, from Deshaun Watson to Justin Herbert to Trevor Lawrence, as Cam Newton put it, he'll take Dak Prescott is better than all of those guys. Basically, he had Dak. If you say Deshaun Watson is more valuable, I don't right now. I really don't. Deshaun Watson hasn't been good since 2021. If you take him with Deshaun Watson, I think he had Deshaun Watson, of guys that have been paid, Deshaun Watson, Pat Mahomes, Joe Burrow, and who else did he have? Jared Goff. So he had Dak at 5th. I'm not putting Deshaun Watson there as far as deserving to be paid. He got Dak right there, but says, yeah, Dak deserves to be paid. But he also put it out there like, look, bro, you had already gotten a big chunk of the pie and things. And whether it's 40 or 50 or 55, it's not like that money is really different. You've got more than enough money between your endorsements and the money you've made on the field, which is true, not just for Dak, for all of these guys. Literally, if you're making $55 million a year, you're getting over $3 million a game check for each game, okay? So I think I've said this before, if I'm Dak Prescott, because we know Jerry Jones always likes to get the player one-on-one to try and get these deals done. He feels like the agent is the one that is prohibitive of deals getting made. But if he feels like, if I can get you one-on-one, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get this thing hammered out. There's two assumptions. One, it doesn't matter how much money the Cowboys have. They're not going to spend money in free agency. That's one way to look at it. Or two, the reason they don't spend money in free agency is because they don't have it. Now, you can go back with Tony Romo and everything else from the time of D. Ware and Des Bryant and Romo and all that the Cowboys have been robbing Peter to pay Paul and restructuring deals left and right to get cash to continue to make some of these contracts, some of which have been bad contracts, right? When you look at contracts, you say, damn, that was a winner right there. One of the few that you really have to look at is Tyron Smith's. At the time when they signed it, they said, you can't, $90 plus million for an offensive tackle, are you crazy? But it was basically like a 10-year deal. And because it was for so long, it ended up being great. Now, the problem, of course, is if you're looking at it from the standpoint of let me get 3-4 years so that way I can get another piece of the pie because you want to make as much money as possible. Well, then, of course, you're going to want to get as much as you can for as short as you can. I get that. But if you're at this point with Dak Prescott, right? Dak Prescott is, after this year, somewhere in the neighborhood of $200 million on the field and probably, I don't know, another $100 million in endorsements. Sometimes you're better off investing. You know what I'm saying? You take your money and you invest it into something that'll grow. If you bought a house in the 60s and you held on to that house till today, unless it's like in Love Canal or something like that, it's worth a hell of a lot more money now. This is a way of making your money grow. Now, this only works if it's a two-way street, okay? If you're Dak Prescott, if you're looking to say, I'm going to hedge my bet and I'm going to make an investment, my investment is with the Dallas Cowboys. And it needs to be a matching. See, here's what I'm saying. Let's suppose you do like Pat Mahomes, because we've heard Pat Mahomes' numbers and Dak Prescott's numbers. My contention is the Cowboys, good team, Dak Prescott has made them better, but it's not enough. We look at this where other teams have good teams, they supplement it by going out and getting an Odell or a Von Miller and things like that, or getting an A.J. Brown or a Saquon Barkley. They invest in the business, and that helps them be better. The Cowboys have not done that yet. They're somewhere close to being there. And I'm not saying that going the route of the Commanders or the Jets, where they're just constantly signing free agent, or even going haul ham like Denver did and it bust. But there's a happy medium here. If you were to get Dak Prescott and Jerry Jones and say, Jerry, listen, we have a mutual goal, and that goal is to win the Super Bowl. At least I hope that it is. How can we achieve this, Jerry? Or Jerry says to Dak, how do we achieve this? If Dak says, let's get a longer term contract, because right now, Jerry, here's my thing. The only thing I need right now, Jerry, the only thing I need to be able to say it's been an incredible career is a Super Bowl. That's what I need. If I could get a Super Bowl, I'm now right up there with Roger Staubach and Troy Aikman, okay? I'm the number 3 guy all time in the history, in the 60-plus year history of the Dallas Cowboys. I need that Super Bowl as a Dallas Cowboys quarterback. If I stay longer, I get that Super Bowl, I get all of the records, I'm good. Now, maybe Jerry Jones doesn't want that. I don't know. I don't know. But this is where Dak could say, that's what I want. Jerry could say, I want to get another taste of that ring my damn self, son. So we have a mutual goal. Now the question is how do we get there? I think we can all agree that as currently constructed, we do not have enough pieces. We can look at the running game and say, we've got an aging running back in Zeke. We can all look at, say, the defensive line and say, we're putting a lot on Mozzie Smith to perform. We can all look at the secondary and say, we don't know for sure that Diggs is going to be Diggs of before injury, or if it's going to be a year from now before he's really ready to go. Dak says, listen, Jerry, I'll sign a 6-year deal. We'll make it team friendly, where you have room to go ahead and kick that money down the road. You can take care of some of this 55 million we have right now. You can take care of some of that 40 million and be able to dump that down the road. We can keep the numbers low where you can get CD done and get some more money. And then you can get Micah Parsons done and happy and whole. And then we can look and say, you know what, Stefan? We want to bring you back for another year. I know you want a 2-year deal. Maybe we'll make it a 2-year deal with a whole lot of incentives and everything else and so on. But you have the money to do that, to say, we have an insurance policy to make sure that our secondary is stout. If Lavelle Joseph is the guy that you believe is the one that can take you over, you have more than enough money to bring in Lavelle Joseph. Or maybe you even end up looking elsewhere and adding him and somebody else to make sure that you have a defensive line that's ready to rock and roll. And maybe you say, you know, Zeke, we do want you as our short yardage back, but we're going to supplement you by bringing in a little bit younger of a back that's got some experience as well, and add to that. This way, Dak Prescott gets, hey, I can play out my career as the quarterback of the Cowboys and have an opportunity to win a Super Bowl by getting more pieces added, a la Tampa Bay, the Eagles, the Rams, San Francisco, and be able to make a run. For Jerry, this deal gets your CeeDee Lamb on board, gets your Micah Parsons on board, and ends up giving you an opportunity to try and win a Super Bowl. If you're Dak, if you win that Super Bowl, bro, there's nothing you ever have to worry about in life. There is nothing. I can guarantee you, you will be one of those talking heads if you want to, literally, and or even dealing with the Cowboys organization and Jerry Jones, and being able to keep that shit together and not have to literally pull your hair out. If you wanted to get into politics, not that I'm recommending that cesspool, bro, you could do that. And with you, if you have that ring as a Dallas Cowboy after 30 years of them not having one, bro, you could be one of the most loved and hated, well, hell, I guess you're right there right now, sports figures in the world. So that's the solution for everybody. As us fans, here's the crazy thing, because I'll be honest with you, this is the maddest I have seen Cowboy fans and the most checked out in all of the years that I've been doing this. After the eight years over and over, it wasn't this bad. It was not this bad. But you literally have people just saying, F the boys, I'm out, I'm done. And even though we're less than 3 weeks away from training camp, where most of those people are starting to come back and get on board, it is really slow getting there. If the Cowboys were to make that deal and then say, we've got some extra cash, now we're actually going to go all in, it would bring people back like a stampede. Honestly. It honestly would. It would change the narrative completely for the Dallas Cowboys. It would make the fans all of a sudden, for once, feel like they care about winning. They care about us as fans and the money that we spend. If you're a fan and you look and say Dak Prescott, he did a team-friendly deal that is helping us to win. And if they ultimately win, you look at it and say it's because Dak Prescott didn't shake him upside down like they're doing to us, the fans, to take every single dollar that he is the one that helped us to get over the hump. That's the solution to me that works for everybody. And oh, by the way, Dak, could you see the Sleep Member commercials, Dak? The Sleep Member commercials where you're laying on the bed and that ring is sitting right there. That ring is just sitting right there. And you literally could say, you know, my Sleep Member is always giving me great sleep. But now that I got this ring beside me, I sleep even better. You know, I could see a shower commercial, right? A shower commercial. Dak Prescott, you know, and all you creepers, stop. I don't want to hear no nasty shit here. But could you see Dak Prescott? He's shoulders up, okay? He's taking a shower. You know, he's got his loofah there, right, with the ring on his finger. You know, me and shower massage, we love taking a shower and all those haters' tears. Okay, haters' tears. Haters' tears. Hey, come on now. Come on. That's how it all works, people. It would be a marketing juggernaut. So, as I say, I like driving because I come up with shit. And that's the shit I came up with. But in today's age, with Todd France is like, I want my 10%. And that's why we're going to fleece the Cowboys. And you're Stephen Jones. I don't believe in free agents. That's why it can't work. But it would be nice if somebody could get all parties in the same room, like me, and they actually listen to me for a second. But that's how everybody gets their wish. All right, good people. I'm rocking and rolling on down the road here. It's 99 degrees. Whew. Hope you tune in tonight. We got a whole lot to talk about. All right, peace out.